Yes, thank you for joining. I'm going to be showing you how to milk a cow by hand, live from the village. Fresh cow milking by hand. So first of all, we tie up our cow and put it in readiness because this is a stubborn one. And we detach the calf. And once we are done with that, we can begin, doing some little bit of massage and, yeah, make the breast ready to have your milk. That is going to be, yeah, let's tighten a little bit more. So once we are done with that, we are good with milking. And yeah, that's what we're going to be studying. And I'll be sharing with you some ideologies and theories people in the village do have when they are doing their milking of cows, and how they handle different cows. And yeah, how they come to a point where the cow knows them well and lets them take the milk without, being rough and tough. But, yeah, some thoughts. So he tells me this cow cannot be milked by any other save him because it has very hard udder and together with the black one. That's why you see that he ties it and uses a lot of energy to do the milking. Yeah, very interesting. So I asked him if he first warms it up to see that the milk is coming the way it is, and he told me no. He concentrates on one part, and now the cow is used, so it sends towards one side for the calf and this side for him to milk. So he also told me that these cows, you remember we get ghee from cows, so there is some fat in the milk which will help to ease his work and make the breasts bit oily. So when he has a touch of that milk, he smears on the breasts and continues to pull those breasts in such a skillful way that he's able to draw milk halfway for himself and halfway for the calf. Wow, such an interesting thing for me to realize here. I asked him why does he have to rub with his hand over the teeth, and he tells me to soften the udder, because if you simply milk at some point of time, the breasts do harden, so he has to do that little tapping or rubbing or whatever it is. Just interesting. So he does it so skillfully that the milk never pours or spills over to the ground. He just hits target into the bucket. Wow, this man skilled. Village people know what to do. Look at the target is doing. No spilling over. Just amazing. I love this. He tells me sometimes the cow can decide not to give or release the milk, and that happens when it is struggling. So when it hasn't given you permission to milk it, it will hold the milk, and however much you try, you won't get anything. So it's called kumiza in the local language. He told me something that was hard for me to believe. You can imagine. He told me the calf cannot be let to suckle all that milk, or it will die. I mean, this milk was meant for the cow. It will take as much as is enough for it, and that is enough for it. But he told me he has to take his portion, because if he leaves everything for the cow, it can die. Oh, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section. So the logic he told me here is that when you leave it to take all that milk, it will just suckle it uncontrollably until it will get sick of milk. So he told me, so he has to give it a portion that it will have to take just enough for it. I was inquisitive about the strength he uses. I asked him, why do you use a lot of strength? Won't you tear apart the udder? So he told me, no, this cannot be torn apart or have any damage. But, he does it skillfully, and it has hard udder, this particular cow and the other brown one. unlike the others. So he has to use extra strength, seeing to it that he gets the amount of milk, 3.5 liters from this particular cow, unlike the others, which have a bit tender and soft udder. Ayo muneenda mani manje kujikama. This strength he uses overtook me. I had to inquire, and I was feeling pity for the cow, but he told me, this cow has really hard and tough udder. He has to do it that way. Ayo ngechiduiza mangu. I realized that this cow particularly filled his tin very fast, and so he told me, because it has some long teeth which are able to release milk faster, not as complex as the other cow, which has to involve a lot of squeezing, touching, and stuff like that. Again, I was inquisitive at the level of his skill. I asked him, do you have to first apply some jello, some slippery oil in your hands to be able to pull it smoothly? He said, no. You see, this milk has ghee in it and that fat, which is slippery. So whenever he's pulling, his hands mix up with the milk, and as he touches it, it's like a massage, and the oil helps him to ease his work in the process. So now was my golden moment. I asked him to also have a touch. I also wanted to try and see if I can draw some milk out of it. You know what? The cow reacted and wanted to kick me off. He told me, you know why it was tough on you? It's because it is not familiar with you. It's able to detect somebody else has touched it. So that's why it reacted that way. He told me that he has a familiarity with it, and only him can be able to milk this cow. Anybody else just can't. So sorry for me. I only had to pull out one pooling of milk, and that was it. Amazing. I love these things here. Yeah, so now we are done. Our cow is done with, giving us a portion, the milk, and now it is time for the calf. Now the calf is released and he hurriedly rushes to the breast because he loves milk. Just look at that. He really enjoys it for the love of milk, the love of the what? The udder. Just look at him. Look at him. Enjoying. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Take it. Take it. That's yours, sir. Little baby calf. Him enjoying the milk, I love his boys enjoying his milk. Look at that little baby calf. He's struggling to find whether we left in some milk. But anyways, yeah, more milk will be there. Not long, just keep suckling, and it will be there for you. Oh, yeah, so that was our class that we've heard how to milk a cow by hand. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining up to this point of time. So let me show you these cows, all of them. Let me show you all these cows here. So we have this, we have the other, and all those are on this farm. Thank you for joining us up here at Zafar Farming and Cookery, where we bring you amazing documentaries and fresh from the farm to the kitchen. Consider subscribing if you like what you have watched, and next time we post, you're the first to know about this. Share this video to all your friends who would like to learn how to do their milking well. Thank you so much, and comment whatever you've learned and what you really enjoyed in this video. Thank you, and until we meet again, bye bye.